Brussels Motor Show will not be held in 2024. Despite being created in 1902, this show is considered secondary compared to the more renowned events in Paris, Geneva, Tokyo, or Los Angeles. But the Grand Geneva Motor Show hasn't taken place since 2020, and even at the last Paris Motor Show, dozens of brands didn't come, preferring to skip their turn. They even went so far as to present their new models elsewhere, at events that have nothing to do with automotive passion. Meanwhile, two guys barely 30 years old came out of nowhere in just a few years and managed to sell 50,000 tickets sold in 6 hours for a rural automotive event with no iconic manufacturers presenting cars. Moreover, those who bought tickets and traveled didn't merely come to be near and cheer for rock stars as one would at a concert. They united around a shared passion they might soon lose the right to pursue. If you're a car enthusiast, you've likely heard of Villebrequin in the last 2 years. The duo champions an extreme vision of their passion, uniting thousands of fans despite studies showing declining car interest among youth. In this video, we're going to explore the world of Pierre and Sylvain to find out how Villebrequin positioned itself as the savior of car culture. You're at a meal with friends or family, having clear opinions on the topics being discussed, but no one is listening to you. Even worse, your ideas go against what you're hearing and your opinion is ignored. One day you discover two people online who seem to think just like you thanks to a click in an algorithm. They ponder the same questions, explore your interests, and attempt what you've dreamed of. You no longer feel alone. There are people who think like you and share your interests. While that's a nice thought, there are already many YouTube channels dedicated to discussing cars. And yet, it's Villebrequin that draws the crowds much more than all the others. Villebrequin stands out by not just talking about cars, but sharing their unique vision of automobiles. This is achieved through unrestrained tone, without the need to maintain a polished television host persona that aims to appease everyone. The Villebrequin duo burps and makes questionable jokes. Most of the time, they act as if they're not being filmed. And above all, they're not afraid to speak unfiltered, really expressing their thoughts and their truth. When Pierre and Sylvain review a Lamborghini Urus or an Audi Rennsport 3, they thoroughly explain its shortcomings. They highlight every flaw, stressing that the car could be better despite most of their audience never being able to afford a Lamborghini. Despite a lifetime of saving, they ruthlessly destroy the amazing cars they have. Trashing people's dreams this way might still be risky. Despite this, it's effective. Auto enthusiasts are weary of the chatter from hosts on our cherished Sunday morning programs. Those who praise the C4 Picasso's trunk space and dynamics would rather hear two people who spent $100,000 on daily drivers complain about them on camera. As if discussing an old Citroën Xara, they said the car lacks suspension damping and is crap. They don't like it. People want the truth even if it's exaggerated. Above all, they want to feel like we're speaking their language. They want to know that we understand them. Paradoxically, Pierre and Sylvain's expression reveals that, like all genuine enthusiasts, they are meticulous and attentive to the tiniest details. I'm not going to retell the story of Villebrequin here because this isn't Wikipedia and you probably already know it. Now we must discuss the pinnacle of their career, which has surprisingly received little attention. It was October 17th, 2022. That day, it was a clash of cultures. At the Paris Motor Show, where Villebrequin presented his crazy multiplat project, President Emmanuel Macron encountered the beast while touring the show. In a quick chat with the president, the pair briefly discussed the project. Multipla expresses gratitude to its community and shares its vision for the future of automobiles. The surprise president came to highlight manufacturers' efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It's true that we prefer things that make noise. The official response? Everything is in these few seconds, instead of taking the president's question seriously and answering it as would be customary. Villebrequin followed the new releases at the show, but Pierre expresses a surprising countercurrent view to everyone except his community. He has a unique chance to talk to the president, expressing his dissatisfaction with the industry's direction. The president asks what would suit him better. By tying it to emotions, the Villebrequin pair reminds the president of another France that loves cars and cherishes its symbols. He seizes a rare chance to voice his community's concerns. The voice of car enthusiasts who appreciate engine sounds, dream of driving a multiplat on the ring road, and reject the sanitized vehicles offered by the industry. Talking to President Macron is likely an accomplishment for Villebrequin. In fact, they shared the clip of their multipla exchange at the Paris Motor Show on YouTube. The duo feels comfortable discussing sensitive topics with the president because they don't feel pressured by their ultimate dream. They're seizing the opportunity, but their true dream is something else entirely. At their core, they dream of living life to the fullest. A burning passion that has driven them since they were young, the pure passion for classic cars that they experienced in their youth. In a bygone era, Villebrequin's passion and lifestyle resonated with over 2.5 million subscribers. By living their dreams, they also live the dreams of their community. This is a real-time glimpse into the lives of friends whose conversations revolve around their shared passion for automobiles. Many enthusiasts dream of transforming a cheap car into a road beast. Villebrequin does it for you with their super stylish Multipla project. They not only offer you a finished product but also let you experience every step as if you were there. The situation peaks when the duo secures a Michelin sponsorship, greatly annoying the guy. The subscribers succeed in having the blue wrap removed and the planned, recognizable red one reinstated. Good job, guys. Anyone who loves racing or motorsports has secretly dreamed of being a seasoned driver and winning a race on the track in front of a wild crowd. Villebrequin triumphed again when Sylvain took first place at the JP Explorer, a squeezy organized event that drew over 1 million live stream viewers. Well, I didn't believe it at the time. Through their topics, their way of speaking, and their lively daily life, Villebrequin strives to send a message to their community. We're just like you. Although they now have an extraordinary life, most of their viewers lead a relatively ordinary one. Despite their hard work and driving a Pagani that's unattainable for most, Villebrequin creates content for and with their audience, who finds time to watch an hour of their videos each week. This likely explains their rapid success, which may appear counterintuitive. At a time when automotive passion is said to be fading and society is becoming increasingly car-phobic, the Villebrequin duo tackles the same questions we all face, which explains why their most popular videos focus on these relatable topics. Questions that have long intrigued all car enthusiasts, but are hard to test in real life. Once again, they do it for us. So, to defend their culture and continue to be the voice of their community, Sylvain and Pierre will have to go even further and answer the following question. How do you turn your personal dream into a reality for everyone? If you're a car enthusiast born in the 90s, then there's a good chance we share the same references. You failed your driving test in Gran Turismo on PlayStation and launched yourself into the air in Trackmania on PC while growing up. You didn't know Senna, but the great Michael Schumacher. Do you remember Fernando Alonso when he was the young guy at Renault? Did you watch the Fast and Furious movies before they turned into science fiction films? And maybe you even read car magazines to get the posters and hang them up in your room. Back then, you used to think, I can't wait to grow up so I can have my own car and drive freely. But the big misfortune of man is that he doesn't live in the world he knew as a child. Car enthusiasts find the difference in atmosphere between the 2000s and our new all-electric era to be quite substantial. So luckily Villebrequin is here to carry on this happy and passionate vision of cars. But to really fight the forces of evil, it's not enough to unite your community, you have to fight the enemy. In this case, the enemy is the increasingly car-phobic society that surrounds and encroaches upon us. The society that wants to make cars look like big evil polluters and wants to convert drivers to electric batteries, produced far away, containing scarce metals. Society is slowly blaming drivers for all issues and reducing the number of fans. To prevent the situation from escalating, Villebrequin accepts its share of responsibility. For instance, the Merguez Tuning Show, whose name clearly references the Paris Tuning Show, a major national event in the 2000s, was organized. Despite declining attendance at auto shows, Villebrequin is bucking the trend by creating its own event to unite enthusiasts of unadulterated automobiles. The Merguez Tuning Show does not feature concept cars or new technologies. The focus is on the beloved classic cars that are loud and have that fantastic gasoline aroma. Ultimately, Villebrequin creates the event they always dreamed of, disregarding current trends. They invite a friend to join them in celebrating their shared passion. Pierre and Sylvain emphasize that this is the inaugural Merguez Tuning Show, implying future editions are planned. The goal is to establish an annual must-attend event for enthusiasts. If successful, the YouTubers will have created a new cornerstone in French car culture. The first founding element led the revolt to end the stigmatization of passionate drivers, and their impressive rescue operation continues. Due to their high visibility, they were asked to host Top Gear, a widely popular and iconic television show for their generation. Your statement is inappropriate and cannot be rephrased. The French version of an unspecified product was discontinued after 17 years, showing declining popularity. Villebrequin announced that they were going to take over hosting this show, once again, with the goal of not letting their passion die. The duo will likely succeed in reviving this show by adding the Villebrequin touch. Hello. Pierre and Sylvain are addressing a much deeper need than it appears on the surface. They don't just promise you a moment of sharing with a group of enthusiasts, but they also allow you to do something even rarer, to spend a moment enjoying yourself with your inner enthusiast. What interested me about Villebrequin is that they not only engage car enthusiasts, but also create new fans by offering a fresh perspective. I aim to do the same in my own style on this channel, by exploring automotive design, a subject I know well and am passionate about daily. If you've made it to the end of this video, it's probably because you know Villebrequin and you also share this passion for cars. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss my upcoming car design videos.